Do you recall, not long ago, we were cleaning the laptop, and the point was that you will be able to solve all the challenges. Anyway, I wanted you to be able not to miss any important details, and for that reason, I want to show you this very famous game called Slither.io, and it's a very creative attempt to advertise my newly partnered Twitch channel. Remember to follow it, because the live streams are on YouTube no more. So this game holds the secrets to life itself, and people think it might be a little bit silly. I think it's highly educational and philosophical when you think about it. So here I am, a snake by the name of Follow Twitch Chess Juice, in brackets of course. And what I do is that I go around, I hover around in a snaky way, and in a sense, the more colorful thingies I grab, the bigger I become. But there are other things as well that take place in this very funky game. There are other snakes, and they're bigger, sometimes they're smaller, and there's only one rule. If a snake's head touches another snake's body, then it's dead, and vice versa. So if someone else's head is touching my body, they're gonna die, but not only that, they're going to evaporate into a lot of large colorful thingies that I can grab and feed on and become much bigger, much faster. And as you can see probably on the lower right of the screen, there's a map, and I'm more or less at the upper half. I want to reach the center where all the snakes are, and on the higher right, upper right side of the screen, you can see that my length is 174 right now, and I'm ranked number 161 out of 324 participants in the arena. So what I'm gonna do is go to the center, and I'm going to introduce you to, okay, I'm a bit lucky because I can grab some food and everyone are greedy around here, so I have a shortcut. But my idea is that I want to show you that strategy doesn't only apply in chess, it also applies in other games and especially in life. So what I mean by it is that honestly I'm a bit lagging, as I'm always happen to be when I'm playing anything online, and okay, I'm becoming too big for my own good. It wasn't my intention for it to happen so quickly. So anyway, I want to introduce you to a point. My point being that my level of coordination in this game is not so high, as far as I know, in the small amount of time I spent playing it. And on top of it, I have some lag, and I'm of course commentating as I always do while playing, explaining the strategy behind every move. Whoa, this was a bit risky, but this guy got greedy and paid the price. So maybe my coordination is not the worst, but I would bet it might be. So back to the point. So other than being lacking talent and experience, I would like to mention that I think that I have something that would compensate for my lack of skill and my bad internet, that will help me reach number one on the scoreboard, and that's called strategy. And it's easier to explain through this game than through chess, but strategy can be very valuable in any situation in life, And first of all, we need to ask why are we doing what we're doing. So in this particular game, I want to mention that the main reason that people play it, or I don't know, that I play it right now, is that it feels good to become bigger and bigger, but that's a little bit misleading. Because people think they become bigger because they grab these colorful thingies, and it might be correct by definition, but you don't have to grab anything because you never become smaller. So if you were to use a metaphor for chess, in this game, in order to increase the, let's say, to improve your position, all you have to do is to last longer. You don't have to make the best moves, you just have to avoid getting mated. You have to avoid dying for long enough, and you become bigger and bigger until you're number one, and continue to do so. So what I'm doing now is something I'd like to refer to as stage 3 of my method, and it won't necessarily work with this snake trying to slither me, thus the name of the game, and this guy chasing me. But the point is that I have a strategy that consists of 3 different stages. Stage number 1 is to become 5,000 or more length. This is the difficult stage. You can also reverse stages number 1 and 2. Stage number 2 is to somehow reach the center of the map, more or less. Okay, I'm a little bit upper than the center, but it will be too risky to go down at this point. So I'll try to demonstrate my method in this part of the map. So in the center you have the largest amount of snakes, statistically speaking, and then I would apply what I like to refer to as the prophylaxis circle. And this is the core of my strategy. So the prophylaxis circle is what you're about to witness now. By using some Google extension, some Chrome extension, I'm able to scroll up and down, so I see more of the map and so on. So now you can see that I'm doing more or less an elliptic shape or circle. I mean, it doesn't really matter. And I'm using my own body as a defensive measure, so that I can hide behind it if snakes try to kill me. And then I'm gonna use the greediness of the mass of the small snakes who are going to surround me in order to protect me from other bigger snakes, because the really big troublesome issue is when a big snake is going to surround me. And I won't go into all the technicalities of it, but it's pretty simple. Once they surround me, they're gonna tighten the circle more and more, because if I keep doing the same circle for long enough, then eventually it becomes smaller and smaller until I just fade due to lack of ability to turn well. There's not a lot of coordination, so this guy now is trying to surround me, so I have to run away. Not sure if I'll manage, but so he's the big threat, as you can see. So in general, bigger snakes are the biggest threat to each one of the snakes here. And by the way, just like in life, I would like to mention that I have a relatively or a very pacifistic approach. I don't want to kill anyone, at least not intentionally, nor to harm. I just want to survive. And others might be trying to kill me, as you can see. All these greedy bastards who try to surround me. I'm gonna run away. By the way, if I click the mouse, I become a little bit faster at the price of reducing some of my length. So I can actually become shorter if I want to. And by the way, I have low battery, so I have to be able to transfer the message to the mass without dying, hopefully. So in the game. So the circle of prophylaxis, what it does is that it will kind of rely on the human's nature to be greedy, and all the small ones will be attracted to me, and they think they are trying to they think they're posing danger and threat to me, but in fact they act as a shield from the bigger snakes, because if a bigger snake comes around, then they basically are going to attack him, because they're greedy towards everyone, not personally against me. And in a sense it reminds me of my haters on the channel. It doesn't feel personal, it's things like I happen to be the target at that particular moment when they write hateful comments. So, interesting metaphor, by the way. So, back to the point. The small snakes are protecting me from the bigger snakes, and every now and then they also fight each other because they are greedy, and it's not targeted to anything positive. And I'm gonna become bigger and bigger naturally just by doing my thing and attempting to increase my circle while minimizing the damage, the risk, let's say. So now I'm not feeling in a lot of risk, so the circle becomes bigger. I don't even care about the colorful food, call it this way. I grab a little bit without risking too much, and now I can grab a little bit here and go back. I don't care, let them feed. Okay, this guy tries to surround me and I have to avoid it, but I hope the little ones will save me, otherwise oh no, it's so big. Okay, I really hope it doesn't get it too far. So you see, it wasn't so easy to avoid this guy. He seems very greedy. I need a lot of little ones to save me in case he attacks me again, and in order for it to happen I have to be in the center. So let's try to reach the center, and then I'll explain more about the circle, the mighty circle of Prophylaxis. I'll do more videos to elaborate on my strategy here, and I'll probably delve into other games and try to explain some strategical thinking, and try to also make some sense of how this type of thinking can help out in life in general. And let's focus on this game for now. So I'm trying to reach the center of the board. I can see in the map that I'm relatively close, and then I'll perform the circle. If my battery doesn't die by then, I have like 10% on the phone which is recording. Should probably get a camera at some point, so, or a charger. So I'm more or less in the center now. The difficult part is to avoid all the greedy ones here and surround. Okay, so this red guy, you'll see what this leader means if I don't die too quickly. So now I surrounded this guy. This is what happens when a bigger snake is going to surround me. So you can see he's trapped inside, and I can, if I wanted to kill him, I can make it smaller and smaller until he has no choice but to die. And I'm not this kind of person who will do such a thing. Oh, but he committed suicide. Come on. Okay, I didn't kill him intentionally. He just gave up. Another lesson for life: don't give up. I was just intending to let him go and giving him open up the give him a breach away from my chokehold. So back to my strategy, the Prophylaxis circle. So I'm creating it as we speak, slowly making it bigger and bigger, with the small ones being my shield, and I use the open spaces to increase the circle a bit more, with the point being that if I have a full circle that contains only one part of my body at each point, then I'll become big enough to avoid smaller snakes surrounding me. And the bigger ones who will be greedy will probably die as a result of the small ones defending me. At least statistically speaking it should happen, but this one is pretty darn big and is doing a very annoying job of threatening to surround me. And he might succeed actually. Wow, he's so big. So, okay, I'll try to ignore him for now. I'm not sure it's a good idea, but hope the small ones will be my saviors. So more on that strategy is that the small ones will save me, the big ones will die and I'll become bigger. And generally, because I'm in the center, there'll be more and more activity around me. And I'm not risking anything because I'm hiding inside my own body and I'm just popping out a little bit in every space I can without too much risk. So like here, as you can see, and now I'm surrounded by many and they're attacking each other. So in a sense, my enemies are my friends, which are almost everyone here, if I can use it correctly. Boom, another lesson for life. So, oh, and this was a mouse slip. Just as I was about to run out of battery. How poetic. So remember to follow me on Twitch, and there are a bunch of other links, but let's not care for now. Just follow on Twitch. There are gonna be a lot of streams coming up, not only by me, but it's gonna be quite good. And I have some big plans for the channel in the near future, so including more games, but mainly chess. Don't worry. It will always be a chess metaphor. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed this very common video for my channel, or at least learned something from it. And if you want to learn some more, then keep watching the next videos.